After creating the part, we should just go have a look at the quiz. So the question is, what is the mass of the part with a 1% error with these dimensions? And there's a few options that you actually have to choose from. Okay, so let's just go back to our part that we created. And of course, what you want to do is you want to measure the body to see what the mass is. Okay, so you have a mass, and you'll notice that something is wrong. None of these values actually correspond. So now you have to go and check, okay, this is the closest one. That will probably be within 1% error, but seeing that these are your options, you'd want to actually get the part right in the beginning. So let's just go back to the part and see where we actually made a mistake. In this case, we'll see that we have all the dimensions is basically right. So have a look, go through the dimensions again, seeing whether the sketch is fully constrained without any auto dimensions. As you can see, there's none. So in this case, we'll have to go and look at, we'll see that we are over, so it's either cutting away, and basically we short an edge blend there. Okay, so we can just select those two edges, add them, and then we can basically see what's the mass of the part is. So the mass of the part would be that in kilograms, but let's ask. So we can see that that's basically the right region that we want. Okay, just go back to the part again. A few things that might help. Okay, if you right click on the ribbon, go to customize, you're able to drag icons onto customize and basically add it to the home tab and switch around some of these. So in this case, we want to take the measure bodies feature, add it there. Okay, and we want to take the analyze. Okay, let's just close it. So now easy access to the measure body tab. In this case, we actually want the units to be in kilograms or in grams. So we can go analysis, custom units, grams and millimeters. We can measure again, and in grams we have our value. Okay, so the second question is, now we have to change A, B and C to 150, 60 and 55 degrees. Okay, so now we have to go and have a look at where these A, B and C is actually defined. Have a look here in the front view. You'll see that A is defined as that dimension, and then C there. So we'll have to go back to our first sketch where we initially started. So that would be our A, that would be our B, and then that would be our C. A nice way to do is by making use of expressions. You can basically change a dimension into an expression by double clicking on it, giving it a name. That should be our A. Double clicking on it, that should be our B, and then double clicking on it, that should be our C. Okay, so that's our values A, B and C. Because we have a well drawn parametric model here, just save everything, going to tools, expressions, see that the dimensions that we specified shows up under the expressions list. So in this case, A should be 150, 60 and 55. A should be 150. B should be 60. And then C should be 55. Okay. Apply. Notice how it updates. Okay, so now if we go back to our sketch, and have a look at our dimensions, the dimensions is updated. If you don't make use of the expressions, you have to come and change the dimensions in the sketch where you define them. And have a look at how the dimensions is defined. It's defined from the same position. So A is defined from that point to that point, and there you can see it's also defined. This dimension, the 10, is defined from there to there. So I did not specify a dimension from here to here as being 25 point something, 25.5. The dimensions is on the sketch as it is in the figure given. Okay, so now, okay, cancel. Now finish. Going back to our measure bodies tab, and then that would be our mesh with all the other dimensions still the same, material the same, and everything. Okay, that's that. Going to our question 3. So all the dimensions still stays the same. So we have a change in material to aluminium. So we have to change our material, manage materials. You can basically delete the material to be safe, or you can just add another material. So add material, assign material, that, and it should be aluminium. Apply. Measure bodies, see the material, and that's the weight. Okay, you can, just another way of doing it, manage material, assign a material, and then you can assign that material to that body. Apply. Measure bodies. Okay, so let's just do the following. Under tools, manage materials, you'll see that that's the applied material.